Arms coming to you with another video review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ninjas in Training. Two separate packs, one featuring Raphael and Michelangelo, and the other one featuring Leonardo and Donatello. Now these two are sold separately, but because they're tiny little things, I figured I would do them all together. Now when I first saw these announced, I absolutely fell in love with it. They're little tiny baby versions. Well, not even baby versions. They're like toddler versions of the Turtles. And I think it's absolutely amazing. I love it. Now, starting off first with Raphael and Michelangelo, as you can see, the packaging is the same. You got the nice purple and green, as well as the turtle-shaped clamshell package here around the outside. Then you come around here to the back. You got other figures that are in the line, flipping around here on this side. You got that same kind of thing going on down there. And the bios are the same, despite the fact that they have different pictures. Obviously, you got Raph and Mikey, Leo and Donnie there. But the actual read-up is exactly the same. And it says, mutated by mutagen ooze as baby turtles, these brothers transform and are no longer your average turtles. With great training every day from their sensei Splinter, these young ninjas in training build their skills in ninjutsu and become a lean green fighting team that will soon be known as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. As you can see, the weapons for Raph are the sais and nunchucks, and then when you come over to Leonardo, you got the katanas and the bow. The other thing that you're seeing down on here that is a little bit more of an update, they got the 2.0 version of Shredder, which I really like the look of. I think it's a lot better than the original one, and hopefully that'll be coming out pretty soon. But that's the only real new thing that we're seeing on here. I mean, you got the Cockroach Terminator, the Rat King, you got the Mousers, and those Mousers are just really very cool themselves. But that's the new thing on there. So that's it for the packaging. Like I said, very simple and pretty small. Price-wise, they range between like $9 and $12 depending on where you get them. I got mine at Walmart and they were $8.88, and I think that's absolutely wonderful price. $10 I think is okay for this, but I'm just kind of rambling right now. So without further ado, let's get these guys open and see how cool they actually are. Alright guys, so here we have the Ninjas in Training opened up and out of their packaging. And the only thing that I can think of to describe these is freaking adorable. I absolutely love these. I mean, they're ridiculously simple in terms of their articulation. There really isn't much going on with them at all. It's just they're so cute looking. Now, starting off first, taking a look at the first pack, which comes with Leonardo and Donatello, you can see that they all basically have molded different pieces. The only thing that's probably the same is probably the shells on them, although I don't know, even the shells are a little bit different because, like with the other turtles, they're different sizes. You see that Mikey is the smallest of them all, whereas Donnie is the tallest, and now they're all kind of crunched down in these ninja poses, so it's a little bit different. But everything on here, as far as I can tell, is different, and that's fantastic. Now, starting off first with Leo, zooming in so that we can see him really nicely. He does come with his katanas. He has two of them. They just peg into his hands, just like so. The articulation on these things is really simple, and it's one of those things where the figures are kind of put in pre-posed poses, but at least you can move things around a little bit. The head will rotate left and right, and you can see that he's got, well, kind of a very stern look on there. I do wish that there was maybe like a little black slit of paint right there, just to kind of highlight that. I mean, they got that kind of going around the top of his head, and then you got the blue bandana, black eyes. The shoulders here are on these little pin and socket joints, so they move, they rotate, they go like that, and like I said, they can rotate. He also rotates at the waist itself, but in doing so, it really makes it look very unfortunate and ugly, so I wouldn't recommend doing that too much. But just so very, very cool. I love these things. And then you take the swords, put them right back in his hands, and you can, like I said, really kind of pose these in a number of different ways. It really just kind of depends on what you want to do for his posability. It is, like I said, a little bit more limited, but you can get some dynamic, cool-looking poses with it. And then he's got his feet, and there's nothing for articulation down there, but he does have peg holes down there. So that's Leo. Up next is Donatello, and again, very similar to Leo. He does come with this weapon, just pull that out, and the shoulders, like you can see, are on the pin and socket. They move up and down, they can rotate, his head does rotate. Now, I wish it was on a ball joint, but it's not, it's just locked in there. This is a very soft plastic too, that's really kind of cool. And then you got this kind of funky hand, and then again he rotates at the waist. But you can see that he is a bigger figure than Leonardo is, and like I said, I mean, they are kind of crunched down a little bit, but you can see that that actually does play into the turtles being bigger individually by themselves. So I mean, really very cool. So you can do this, and then however you really want that. I mean, it's really your personal preference how you want to kind of display these guys. It takes a little bit of finagling to do, but I kind of like that, I guess, a little bit. We'll go with Donnie looking like that. I dig that. So that's the first set. You got the Leonardo and the Donatello figures. In the second set, you get Raphael and Michelangelo. Now, Raph, as you can see, does come with this size, but they are a little bit different. It looks as if that they're made out of wood, much like Leonardo's katanas. It doesn't look like they got the full metal ones yet, which is cool. I like that because they're training. So the head, again, rotates left and right. You got the soft little piece right there. Shoulders up and down, all the way around. Nothing at the hips, but he does rotate at the waist. So again, limited articulation, but just fun to look at and really display. I just, like I'm telling you, these things are just ridiculously freaking awesome. Now I'm trying to get this in how I had it before. I don't know, something like that, I guess, but it depends on how you want to do it. So there's Raphael, and then finally we got Michelangelo, and he's probably my favorite looking, just because he's the big smile on his face is just really cute. And Mikey is probably my favorite character of the new Turtles, so I totally dig it. And I'm just gonna leave his weapons in here, but you can see the little nunchucks, the shoulders moving the exact same ways as the other guys, so you get that range of motion. The head, soft bandana, waist rotation there. So really very fun, really very cool. These guys just ooze so much, I don't know, likability with them, I guess. I don't know how to put it. It's just they're simple and they're fun looking. And of course, if you have the other turtles, including the little ones that came with the ooze, then you have a real nice age progression from babies to adolescents to teenagers. Now, honestly, how cool does this look? Now, as I said, each set is currently available. They're a little bit harder to find, but check your local Walmarts and things like that, because that's where I found mine. And at $8.88, I think that's a really good deal. $10 is about what I think these guys should go for. So even if you found them at Toys R Us where they might be $11 or $12, that's a little bit high, but not too bad. And that being said, I absolutely and highly recommend picking these guys up. There's just so much personality and character in them that I really do like them. And as you can see, the other thing that's really nice is, much like they did with the baby turtles, the colors all match with what they did with the larger size teenage turtles. And I just think that that is absolutely brilliant. Now, if you can't find these guys in stores, go ahead and click on the link down in the video description. You'll go to Big Bad Toy Store, where you can check out their selection of Ninja Turtle stuff, and hopefully pick up these guys for yourself to add to an already outstanding line of Ninja Turtle figures. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Keep in touch with me. Find out recent purchases as well as all upcoming video reviews, all at facebook.com/TeamBotimus, and follow me over on Twitter at twitter.com/Optibotimus. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.